What is going on, YouTube? It's Saturday night. Well, for the most part of the day, a good part of the crypto market's been red, as I expected. This is kind of just like another continued day of, I wouldn't exactly call it going down. I would just kind of call it retracement, maybe a little bit of consolidation, which in a way, consolidation is good. We want there to be consolidation because what we're doing right now for these coins is we're building a support for these levels. You know, as I've said many times in videos in the past, if you have a parabolic move that goes way, 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 way to the top without any kind of support, well, you're not going to have, it's not going to remain that price for very long. It'll touch it for about an hour, and then it'll quickly come crashing back down to the ground. So what we need to do is we need to consolidate out. It's boring, but we need to consolidate out. We need to get the price to where it's a slow and steady climb. And once you do that, I mean, the sky's the limit, guys. I mean, we're hanging around 91 to $9,400 for Bitcoin. And we started out at about 93, about 93, 98, went up to about 9,400, retraced back to about 93, kind of ping-ponged around a little bit, retraced a little bit more, went back up again. So it's trying to hold in the $93, $100 range. And then right around here, we retraced again today to about 92. 17 is your low, and your high, 94.28. 92.17 is your low, and 94.28 is your high. So between 92 and 9,400, that's your low. That's your range for Bitcoin right now. Your support levels. I think it's good that we're holding above 9 grand. We need to hold above 9 grand tomorrow. We need to hold above 9 grand Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You get the picture. We need a good couple of solid weeks. What that does is it builds support. You start building a brand new support because for the longest time, we've had a support of about $75 to $8,100. Now it's starting to go up a little bit. Now it's between $91 and $9,400. Once you start building that support, you consolidate out. The next run will push it above 10 grand. Hopefully. Well, I take that back. If we're getting resistance at about $9,400, I would guesstimate another run after building good solid support would most likely realistically put us about 97 to 9,800. We might crack 10,000, but I don't think you're going to start seeing a support of 10,000 for a while yet. Now, it's starting to build up for the May projection. I can see it. We're in February. Okay, today's February 1st. And it's, you know, we're starting to build that support, and by May, they're saying, is when we're going to have this big run, supposed big run. I'm thinking you'll start to see a support. This is just a guess. This is a prediction, I guess. I would predict you'll start seeing a support of 10 grand for Bitcoin. I would say, realistically, being that we're 91 to 9,400 now, I would say realistically, sometime next month, maybe March, April. Okay, April, you'll start seeing a support between 95 and 9,900. And then by about April, my birthday, April 4th, you'll start to see a support of around 10 grand. So I'm thinking around April, end of March, April, it'll start building support. and I'm just basing this off what it's doing now. It's kind of slow and steady climb up. If it continues the path it's on, because you can always have a flash sale where it might drop $600 or $700 and just kind of kill the whole thing. But if that does not happen, I could definitely see by April having a strong support, and we need to consolidate above 10,000 for the whole month. You want to build a good, solid foundation. It's just like building a home. You want to build a good, solid foundation. That way you build that support and it holds that price level. I don't want to see $10,000 Bitcoin and then have it drop back down to 6,000. I don't want to take 5 steps forward and then take 10 steps back. To me, that does not make any sense. And if I'm a potential investor looking to invest in Bitcoin for the very first time, if I see it go from 10 grand to 6 grand, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, screw this. I'm not interested. I don't want to lose 4 grand because somebody decided to sell. So what we need to do, we need to build support for about a good solid month. It's going to be boring, painful to watch, but we need to build a good solid support of about 10 grand for a whole month. Once you build, we need to make 10 grand the new $75 to $8,100 support level grade. That kind of level. We need to make $10,000 the norm. Now, is it realistic? Probably not. I'm thinking that's going to be your typical level for Bitcoin, between $75 and $8,500. But it is setting up. I can see the charts now. I can see how it's starting to set up here. It is setting up for a nice little run in May. That's when we're projecting. Some of my other fellow YouTubers, Crypto TV, if you don't mind me saying the name of your thing, be sure to check him out. He's pretty good. Crypto TV, check that out. But I think that we will see a nice little run up in May. Everybody's projecting May. And it's starting to look like it's starting to build up to that. So let's see what happens. But like I said, if we have anything like $17,000, $19,000 Bitcoin, let's move on to XRP. And today is one of those days, another day that XRP pretty much kind of just bounced around, and hold on just a second, having technical difficulties here. Okay, here we go. Getting my charts all set up here. I used to pull these charts up during the show, but I found that took way too much time. So I have them set up for you beforehand, so that way I don't have to waste a lot of your time looking pull up charts. So guys, we started out the day at about 0.2405, shot up to 0.2416, and then kind of retraced back again to 0.239, just kind of ping-ponged all day. And then we went back up to 0.241. So 0.241 is your high, 0.238 is your low. So 23 to 24 cents still is your support level for XRP. But from what I'm reading, there's a lot of big things coming up for XRP. I would definitely, if I see XRP starting to bounce, I'm going to definitely get in because I've got the means to do it. All my money's in Ethereum right now because I just think that looks like the best right now. But if I thought for a minute that XRP was going to run to $1, I can promise you I'd put my $200 I have in Ethereum into XRP and double or triple my money. But if we have another 17 situation, say $354 again. So we'll move on since there's really not a whole lot going on with XRP at the moment. Remember, guys, XRP is that sleeping beast that is just waiting to wake up. Okay. Litecoin's the next one. I am seriously, as soon as humanly possible, as soon as my mining, I'm going to be getting, with my tax money, I've decided it's going to either be a 1 or 2 graphics card rig because I don't want my electric bill to go crazy. So if I can do 48 to 50 hashes a second, hey, I'm pretty happy with that. That'll get me zero point 0.1 Ethereum a month, and I could convert that zero point 0.1 Ethereum. Once I get back to a full Ethereum, I can then convert that zero point 0.1 Ethereum into Litecoin. And another thing, with it being tax season, guys, if you're mining like me, now I think how it goes is they can tax you for receiving your crypto that you're mining only if you spend it. Like, if you were to just hold on to it and never touch it, then they couldn't touch you. But it is considered an asset. It's considered something that you own, so they will tax you. If you make a profit, if you sell it and you make a profit on it, they will tax you on it. So that's why I'm happy having maybe a 2 or 3 GPU rig. I don't want to have something that's going to cost me a lot more money later in the long run. I don't want I do not want my electricity bill to be sky high, and I don't want my taxes to be sky high. So I'll be happy with maybe 2 or 3 GPUs, and hey, that's fine with me. I don't need no big 6 or 7 GPU rig. 2 or 3 is good enough for me. So, with that said, Litecoin, guys, is looking, Litecoin, I would compare, I'm a huge advocate for Litecoin, but I would say Bitcoin is like gold, and like Litecoin is like silver. But to me, it's starting to look a lot more attractive. Now, if I were to jump into it, right, I would like to see it maybe drop to about 65 and then maybe get in and go long. I never like to get in when it's as high as Zenith. To me, that's just kind of silly. I like for a pullback. Days like this suck, but it's good. It's a good opportunity for people to be able to, you know, make some money. It's like, okay, you bought into a currency at the high, and you let it go up to its high point. You sold out. Today's a day you want to take your profits and buy in at a lower price. Unless you think that the coin's going to continue to go up, like Litecoin's at 70 now. If you think it's going to go up to 80, 75, 80, then yeah, go ahead and jump in right now. If that's what your gut instinct is telling you. For me, I would have to see it going up a lot more before I got into it. I would like to see kind of a healthy pullback, maybe back to 65 or something. Then I'd jump in and then I'd go long. But I have decided that I want to get to the point where I have one full Litecoin, one full Ethereum, one full Ethereum Classic, and EOS, pretty much everything except for a full BTC because I'll never probably be able to afford to spend 10 grand. I don't think my wife would allow me to spend that on something like that. But I would like to diversify my portfolio. It's always good to diversify your portfolio. It just makes a lot of sense because, one coin might be down one day, but then another coin that you have in your portfolio might be exploding. So then, hey, you're not all depressed. You're not all like, my coins are down. This sucks. But anyway, remember to diversify your portfolio. So with Litecoin, we started off at about 71.81, retraced to about 69.80. Kind of went back to 70, kind of ping-ponging around, kind of consolidating today. 71. So right now, you're at that level at about 67 to about $71. That's your support level. Low end 67, high end 71. Once you hit 71.50, 72, that's when you're starting to hit that resistance. And when you hit that resistance, that is what's causing the coin to go back down. It starts getting that selling pressure because it's like, hey, I can't break that resistance level right now. There's just not quite enough oomph or push to get you above that level. But guys, Once we consolidate out for a while, we build it back up again. It's almost like when you consolidate, to me, it's almost like you're charging something up. We're charging the market up right now. That's what we're doing right now. We're kind of charging it up. We're getting it ready for the next round. We're getting it ready to, you know, even go to higher highs. But anyway, Litecoin, once we hit that resistance of 72 and push above that, I see us going to 75, consolidating out there. And I think we'll be back at 100, 125 plus before you know it. And if we see another 17 situation, well, back to 350 again. So Litecoin's looking good. Let's move on to Ethereum, and that'll be just about it. Ether, guys, is looking the best. That is exactly why I pretty much have all my money into it. I don't like to have all my eggs in one basket, but look at this, man. It is really starting to go up. Yeah, it's looking really good right now. So we started out the day at about 0.18, or actually 182.65. Retraced to about 181.45. Ping ponged around 183, and then right around here, this is your high for today. We hit 186. So between 181 and 186, I'd say. Actually, I thought I saw a 179. So between 179 and 186, 186 is our resistance right now for Ethereum. Once we bust through that resistance of 186, 187, I think it's going to take off above 190. And once we put, I think there's another resistance between 190 and 195. Because I remember, if I remember correctly, 195, say 199. Once you push through that resistance, guys, this coin is going to be badass too. Excuse my language. But ever since I've gotten my RX 570, I think I've mined 0.03. So I've been doing very well with it. I've had it for just about a month now. And I'm very pleased. I've been getting paid when it's been functioning. There have been periods of time where I've had it off, but I've been getting paid every week of Ethereum. So I couldn't be happier. I think things are going really well right now. But if we have another 2017 situation, guys, I think this will be 1,000, maybe 1,200 again. So anyway, guys, please remember to hit that subscribe button. Welcome to you who've just subscribed. I appreciate you watching. I do love doing this. This is something I believe in. This is something I'm passionate about. And I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you have a good, safe Saturday. Peace out, guys. Crypto Vision 2.0 signing off.